procrastinating. Let's go. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Tes, tes. Oke, ada suara-suaranya. Mana lagi? Anjir. Aduh, jaringan yang jelek ya. Oculus ini lah hilang pas udah kesini. Ada lagi tanda-tanda bintangnya. Oh tuh teka-tekinya. Aduh, salah pukul lagi. Oh, Anjir, keliling-keliling di sini aja. Anjir. Kira harus dipenuhkan semua.
Want a taste of my hammer? Frog kids! Embrace my hammer. Suffocate! I got careless.
Speed of light! Ready, steady, go!
Guess we can rest a bit.
Another bad one? No, let me try again. Blossoms of the sacred symphony
If you want, it's clear. I can't claim. Truth be told.
Seems like he...
Ah, you must also Tejima keeping out the but now we will go.
As great as Ryuji. You must be Tejima.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True. And what made me want to... I don't have answers to those in the past.
Okay. Well, in that case... Oh, me...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit.
I keep a diary.
Oh, yes, you.
Perfect! So if we...
If you don't mind,
I've gotta think of a way to say.
Tell me another story.
lots of stories.
I've gotta think of a way to save Konda Village.
This looks like Tejima's... Let's see what... Today, I went kite fly. Huh? I went to pray... Now that's the... The soil must be something. It looks Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was, but he's been here for well, let's go give
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess... Still, it's clear that I was waiting for some... Over the years, I must have made a note. And just look at all the... How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love? Regret? No. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life. Although, when I think about it like, how curious. I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, that certainly explains. At least we were able to help. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and... But why would they... Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more.
The entire clan. How many times?
You dared?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh,
What? We heard the...
I see. This is Kurosawa. In the past, he's keeping...
No one seems to... It's no wonder.
This must be... Maybe we should talk to Kur...
I've never even... I don't know whether it's room. My own family can barely get by as it is. And that's the first...
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the vision.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that and
Does it have to do with the...
I didn't take it. To top it all off, if you don't believe me...
Huh. But we better confirm. We should be able to...
lucky that time.
Ada levelnya juga. Didau.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai.
You haven't. Today's just the beginning. I'll be lead. You demand.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Speed of light.
I got careless.
We're open. There goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoard? Kuros. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see in...
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a string. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box...
You've got a deal. Now
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in it.
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. A Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
Shut it.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got or perhaps there's some... so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he...
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So
that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they need. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't, so he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather.
Wow. Kurosawa was... and no one ever appreciated what he did. They just...
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. And, if you ask me, Had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about... Of course, I'm sure there would... As for... If you're still curious, why don't you... I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision... Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice. Sword? Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very... I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll... Oh, but before you go, if you...
But we didn't...
Don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
Welcome yang baru join live streaming. Jangan lupa untuk di like, di share, dan di subscribe juga ya channelnya. Thank you. Jangan lupa juga untuk komen di live chat ya, biar saling kenal satu sama lain.
What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were
Strange. Is that really the kind of person? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told, why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this and said to me with...
Hey! If you look carefully, there seems... Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? The Tenryou Commission sees my vision, and the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade.
Jadi mereka yang diambil passionnya ini sama si Bal ini bakal kehilangan ingatan ya.
I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's... In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Curiga si Aiternya juga visionnya sempat hilang nih. Dia kan bukan pengguna vision ya, jadi kayaknya nggak bakal kehilangan ingatan dia.
The third person who had their vision taken is... Paimon heard that he's the present-day master. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people...
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei... Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciple?
Yep, but then we got...
From the way you're... Please, accept my apologies. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. I see you are earnest in your Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He once said that his goal was to become, and so, even while training us, but then...
Not long ago, Sensei, he says the strangest things. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think, but if I'm honest...
The Grand Narukami Shrine.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head, so don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is... The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, losing your vision can cause
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How?
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking for... All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others we didn't recognize. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for a moment while I...
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it.
Jar bos.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How did you... Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? Unless... I guess it's been a few...
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with... I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you...
his senior?
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. Studying Make Yoshi, I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady... Practitioners of Make Yoshi's Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master barely dazed. I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making swift. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his... He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that of all the disciples, I was the... Domon's arrival. Later,
I heard that he sparred with After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. So you see, Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring a...
You're saying, does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible?
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no... But spirits may take a myriad of form, and all is so...
Lady Yai?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most I am unable to say for...
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand... I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself...
Do you mean to say that since...
No, that's not what I mean. I just mean... Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei...
Sure! After all, who knows? Maybe...
Teleport di situ.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, also, is it just Paimon?
Keep away. Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past.
Lady Yai, it must be this is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any...
But... then did...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever... There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough then. What of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated of...
Lady Yai, I'm not sure
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to... When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety...
Poor sensei. To think he's been suffering so...
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anza? Did he follow us the whole way?
Ansai, why are there two of you? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to—
But what if one day the same thing happens? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge— If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told I can't know whether I will suffer in my future. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually.
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, you are not in the same position that I was.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of me. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still— But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you are— Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to—
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciple—
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady—
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these— For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a— She seems super mysterious. We can come back to it in a—
Banyaknya. Tahu tadi. Apaan ini?
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Anjir, lupa aku naik dari dari sebelah kayaknya naik. Lagi. Masa di sini? Bang buat amunisi. Lah, ah,
Don't blink!
Verdict is...
aduh, aku berdiri di atas air lagi. Gak ada kunci karat. Wow. Apakah ini?
Let me amuse myself a little.
Where did I go wrong?
Come on, we can do it. Let's dance.
Let me try my blade. right now. Like this.
Let the show begin. I'll protect us. Incoming. Hey!
Stuttering. Jauh kali tempatnya kami wisata. Uh, tanda di atas kepalanya apa itu ya?
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to— I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, Ayaka, how come this—
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe—
Mm-hmm.
Wait a—
Oh.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open.
Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of the thunder's roar, lightning's flash, the wind's assault, and the rain— But I believe that surely you understand. It seems that perhaps now you can You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd place my— Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature—
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it—
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro—
Oh, Paimon!
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in this—
Makes sense. Perfect place for us.
In any case, we can talk freely here. Of course. We have tried on— They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree. The almighty Shogun. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes— It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, because of this, the attitude of most people towards the
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there are—
Resistance? You mean like—
Yes. Many who have lost or fear to say a little more about Sangonomiya. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda.
Ooh, Paimon!
Oh? What would you like?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the vision hunt?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the vision hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to
So...
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and... For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or
You're telling Paimon that there are people...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who is providing us with counterfeit visions.
Darn! So they...
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time. Exactly. I feel the same way. By no means do we intend... When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family.
Delicious tea.
Books were more interesting.
Wah.
Just hand it over. You don't want... If you think you're... Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered. And we've seen...
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the vision hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch the... Psst. Huh? There's some... Come on! This... what's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh! Quiet! Hey! This isn't right! Huh?
Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't help.
All right, all right.
Wise.
What should we do now? He's already given up his fish. This is your...
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimon...
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Nagonohara Fireworks.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's...
Whoa.
Stop it, hon. As for thanking me, his handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too...
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say! Then it sounds like the Shirsagi Himegimi has... But if I just march straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if...
Sure, welcome to the team!
Seems like I finally got... So, Master Masakatsu...
Whoa, talk about...
Not bad, huh?
Time to break him in... The hunt begins! Now that we're inside, this place is...
Come on, this way. I certainly wouldn't want... We should split up.
You sure?
Yes, you...
Don't blink! Yeah!
I must withdraw.
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Verdict is...
Watch your step. I dare you. Bastard.
Let the show begin.
Battle formation!
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Brace yourselves.
Soldiers, quick!
Watch your step.
Can't handle your dreams.
Don't I dare! Lost. Clear cut. Tiny attack. Train harder. Tell me what you
must
got.
withdraw.
I've been arrested.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Brace yourselves.
Verdict
Don't
is...
hold back.
Withdraw.
Allow me. To strike first. Show me what you've got. Bastard. I need to train harder.
Draw.
Must be Master Mus.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool? Locking you up?
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission brutes are
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you come...
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Matt...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a...
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulation.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also
yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move.
Yoimiya, are you sure?
Who is that? Quick, go in it.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every match has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is...
Master Masakatsu,
come on! Oh.
Yes, leave. He's in serious, but remember, once he's recovered, it won't be...
well...
mending buang sampah. Cara apa?
Phew. We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes.
Master Masakatsu.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right. It seems that. How about we go?
Dapat.
I see. So I wonder if we should
Unlikely. Don't forget, in her eyes, if our true motives were ever divulged.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is we are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be even more reliable than...
Indeed. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the vision, it is time we make ready.
There's no need to rush. Things seem to have taken... yes. And the number of...
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but I'm sure...
Being in a constant stoma.
I'd say, funny enough...
A hotbot game?
Simply put, then we take it in turn. Anyone who guesses... Don't you think it sounds like...
You really do want to... Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to... Let's see what we've got here. Nice! Paimon never thought we'd be the... This was possibly the scariest looking hotpot...
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes? Boiling cakes?
I must apologize. To be perfect.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on...
Perhaps I did get a little. I think my luck is. So without further ado.
Oh, bruh.
Ah, good.
Yes. And with the extra time,
Let's all take some much needed downtime. Is hard to. I'll tidy things up.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should.
Bye, Toma. Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, but you ought not be nervous.
Individual request?
Correct. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, a few days ago, she wrote about all kinds of things.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. So, according to the note...
Paimon thinks it sounds...
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want? Do you need us to find...
No. Please keep everything... The proper course of action would be to... Exactly.
You can count...
Wonderful.
Oh, we don't mind.
Thank you, kind...
Alright, so...
Oke, mungkin cukup sampai sini aja live streaming hari ini. Jangan lupa untuk like, share, dan subscribe channel ini agar gue makin semangat untuk live streaming tiap hari. Itu aja dari gue. Salam dari gue Nats dari channel Tim Niles. Goodbye, dadah,
Guess
thank
we can
you.
rest a bit.